Okay, so now we have three variables, variables A, B, and C. With three variables, we need 8 squares. We have only one group. We have two ones. There's one group. So if we have one group, what we're going to do is, first of all, identify what the variable is. In this case here, the first row, A is 0, so it's an A naught. Second row, it's an A. Then we have B naught and C naught, the first column. And then we have B naught and C. And we've got B and C and B, C naught. Okay, so we're looking at this group here. In this group here, it encompasses both of the rows. Row where A is 0 and row where A is 1, which means that the value of A changes from here to here. And if it changes, they cancel out. So there is no A in the answer. How many rows do we have here, Sam? How many rows?
We have one row.
Only one row. Sorry, I said row just like you said before. One column, one vertical line. So not multiple columns. So if it's only one, nothing changes. In that one column, nothing changes. So what you do is just write down what's up here, which is B naught
C naught
multiplied by C naught, right? Because it's in the same group. It's the same group. It's not plus. Plus would be eventually when we get to like D and H and I, then you're going to have a plus in there. Are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Are there any questions? Because now we're going to get into something a bit more interesting here, because we have a larger group. This one here encompasses 2 rows and 2 columns.
Yeah.
So let's identify it. This guy here, again, same thing. This will not change. A naught and A.
Not change.
No, it won't change unless when we move on to 16 squares, it will. Okay, but for 8, it will not change. And also, I'm not going to identify the last 2 columns because we don't have anything in the last 2 columns. So now we have one group.
Yes.
Wait, this is a group of 4. You could make 2 groups of 2 vertically, horizontally, but you don't want to do that. You always want to make the biggest group possible. When you have a big group, it gets rid of a lot of, or it gets rid of more variables. See here, we have a group of 2. How many variables do we have here? We have 2 variables. Is everyone paying attention? A group of 2, 2 variables here. Now we have a group of 4. We're only going to be left with 1 variable. The reason for that is, look, it encompasses 2 rows, this row and this row, where the value of A changes from a 0 to a 1. So there won't be an A. Okay. And now, how many columns, Sam? We have this column and we have this column. Between these 2 columns, does the value of B change? B naught, B naught. Did it change?
No.
No. So we don't cancel it. We write it down. It did not change. Did the value of C change from here to here?
Yes.
Here it's C naught, here it's C, so it's canceled. We're left with B naught.
Just the P no, yes.
So the bigger the group, the less variables we have, and the less variables we have, the smaller our circuit. Okay, do you understand?
Yes.
That's
Yes,
the
answer.
answer, B naught.
Yes.
Okay? So basically this guy here, exercise 3 is this one here. This one here is groups. We're going to go to groups of 8. So here, what you're going to have to do, let's just look at D. Back and look at D. So we want to make groups. We have a group of 4 here. And we can also do another group of 4. We have 2, but instead of doing a group of 2 here, you want to go with a group of 4. Okay. Now for the equation, this guy here would be A naught, B naught. Sam, why is this A naught, B naught? Actually, Sam is not here, went to the bathroom. Ellie, A naught, B naught, because it's 0, 0. They're both knots. Here you have A naught, B. The next one is?
AB.
AB. And the one after that is a B naught.
Yes.
Okay, and at the very top, there's C's and D's. So C naught, D naught, C naught, D, C, D, and C, D naught. If we look at just the blue group here, this blue group here, I'm looking at this row and this row. Between this row and this row, Ellie, what changes between these two rows? The B changes. Does the A change?
Nope.
I have A naught and A naught. Did it change?
No.
It's A naught here, or in other words, it's a 0 here and it's a 0 here. So I'm left with A naught. And then if I look at the same group, it's part of this column and this column, and between these two columns, the value of D changes, but the value of C does not. Here it's a 0, C naught. Here it's a 0, C naught. So basically, it's one group, so I'm multiplying, it's C naught. Okay, and at the other group, so this group here, the orange group, and that's going to be right over here, and it's going to be ORed to the previous group. So this one's going to be easy because look, it's only one row. If it's only one row, nothing changes. So I basically write whatever this is, which is A naught and B naught. But I still have to look at the columns. But look, it takes up all the columns. So what do you think is going to happen?
Cancel out everything.
Yeah, between the first and second column, it doesn't change. The value of C doesn't change, but it does between this column and this column. It goes from a 0 to a 1, so there's no C. Well, in the first column, you have a D naught, and in the second column, you have a D. It changed. So that's it. There is no C and D. When you have all four like this, all the columns, they cancel out. So this would be your answer for D. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to post this on the drive as soon as we get done. I'll have to save it, download it, and transfer it to send you the link.
I got a question in one of the letters on that exercise.
Okay, go ahead. For D?
No, basically for J, because it's
J?
yeah, it's a big equation, and I'm pretty sure we can simplify that. I just don't know how to simplify it.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do this one first as well before we go. So this one here, let's make the groups. You have a group here.
Yep.
We have a group here.
Yep.
And we can make a third group. So unfortunately in this one here.
You can make 4 groups actually.
Yeah, but you don't want to make 4 groups.
Okay, so I just stick with 3?
Yeah, well look. Okay, this is a very good point Mark is bringing up. Look, all the ones are taken care of. You don't want to make another group now. You only want to make another group if there's a 1 elsewhere that hasn't been accounted for. So you have 3 groups and that's it. Had you done it this way here, okay, and you would have done this maybe first because that's what you saw, and then you're left with 1, and then you realize, well, I can put this one with this. Well, this group here is redundant. You don't want this group here. You want to get rid of it because the ones are already being used. Now you could reuse ones, but not unnecessarily. Like here, they're both taken care of, so you don't want an extra group. Does that resolve your issue?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So just before I let you go, I'll give you the answer to this one here. Okay, so the answer to this one here for the orange would be A naught, and then it would be B naught. Okay, remember it's not a group of 4, so we're going to have more variables here. It's only a group of 2. And then we're going to have
B naught.
Yeah, we have A naught and B naught, but we also have C naught. Exactly, C naught. And then you're gonna OR it. So I'll do the black one next. The black one, this guy here, I have A and B. And then if I look at these two rows, C changes, I'm left with D.
Yep.
And then I'm left with the blue one. Blue right over here. So I have A naught,
BC.
B, and if I look at these two here, I'm left with C. Okay? Whoops. Okay, so I'm saving these. We can continue from where we left off. On Monday, we'll start with the second one, finish that off. But basically, look, I'm not going to force you to do any homework, but it's in your best interest to maybe try to do as many of these as possible. If you have any questions, you can text, but I'm recording this, as I said, and I'm going to post it. So I'm just going to stop the recording.